Have you ever wondered how to take your video editing skills to the next level? Well, you're not alone. In this digital age where content is king, video editing has become an invaluable skill. It's more than just cutting and joining clips together. It's about creating a story that captures the viewer's attention, holds it, and leaves a lasting impression. The power of a well-edited video can't be overstated. It can turn a mundane clip into a mesmerizing spectacle, a simple message into a powerful statement. And that's what we're here for today. We're going to delve into the world of video editing, providing you with tips and tricks that can take your editing game from good to great. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting started, there's always something new to learn in the constantly evolving field of video editing. So buckle up and prepare to explore the art and science of transforming raw footage into compelling visual narratives. Stay tuned to discover some powerful video editing tricks that can transform your videos from ordinary to extraordinary. The first step to becoming a pro video editor is understanding your tools. It's like being a chef. You can't whip up a gourmet meal if you don't know how to use your kitchen appliances. Similarly, you can't create a captivating video if you're not familiar with your editing tools. Let's start with the basics. There's a wide array of video editing software out there, each with its own unique features and capabilities. Some of the most common ones include Adobe Premiere Pro, Final Cut Pro, and DaVinci Resolve. These software are like your canvas and paintbrush, allowing you to bring your ideas to life. Now, each software has a myriad of tools that serve different purposes. For instance, the Timeline tool helps you to arrange and synchronize your video clips and audio tracks. The Trim tool allows you to cut and shorten your clips, while the Transition tool helps you to seamlessly switch from one scene to another. There's also the Color Grading tool, which lets you adjust the colors and lighting of your video to set the mood and atmosphere. But understanding your tools doesn't just mean knowing what they do. It also means knowing how to use them effectively. For example, knowing when to use a jump cut versus a crossfade can greatly impact the pacing and emotion of your video. Or knowing how to balance the colors of your video can make the difference between a flat, dull scene and a vibrant, eye-catching one. Moreover, it's important to keep up to date with the latest updates and features of your software. Video editing technology is always evolving, and new tools and techniques are constantly being introduced. So make it a habit to learn and experiment with new features. This not only expands your editing repertoire, but also keeps your videos fresh and innovative. Remember, the best video editors aren't just familiar with their tools, they master them. So, take the time to explore and experiment with your tools. Practice makes perfect, and with enough practice, you'll be able to wield your tools like a pro and create videos that truly stand out. Now, let's delve into the heart of video editing, storytelling. This is where the magic happens, where raw footage metamorphoses into a captivating narrative that can touch hearts and stir minds. But how do we do that? How do we create a compelling narrative through editing? Firstly, understand that storytelling in video editing is about more than just arranging clips in a sequence. It's about creating a rhythm that guides the viewer through the story. It's about knowing when to cut, when to hold, and when to transition. It's about pacing and timing. It's about creating a narrative arc with a beginning, middle, and end. Let's break it down. The beginning, or the setup, introduces your characters and the world they inhabit. It's your chance to grab your viewer's attention and make them care about what's to come. The middle is where the main events unfold, where the conflict and drama happen. This is where your editing skills can truly shine, as you control the flow of the story, building tension and anticipation. And then, the end. This is your resolution, your payoff. It's where you leave your viewer satisfied, or perhaps wanting more. To master this art, you need to understand your story thoroughly. Know your characters, their motivations, and how they change. Understand the world you're creating and the emotions you want to evoke. Consider the rhythm and pace of your narrative, and how different editing techniques can enhance it. Experiment with different techniques and tools. Play around with cuts and transitions. Explore the power of sound and music. Remember, every element in your video can contribute to the story you're telling. And most importantly, keep your audience in mind. What do they want to see? What will keep them engaged? What will make them feel? Your job as an editor is not just to tell a story, but to make your audience feel a part of it. A good story can captivate your audience, but a great story can make your video unforgettable. It's time to add some magic to your videos with special effects. Special effects, when used correctly, can transform a simple video into a cinematic masterpiece. They can add depth to your story, heighten the mood, and captivate your viewer. So how do we get started? First, understand that special effects are not just for flashy action scenes or sci-fi movies. They can be as subtle as a color filter that enhances the mood of your video, or a slow motion effect that adds dramatic tension. Now let's talk about the use of these effects. The key to using special effects is subtlety. It's easy to get carried away with all the exciting effects at your disposal, but remember, your effects should serve the story, not distract from it. So here are a few tips on how to use special effects effectively. First, always have a reason for using an effect. Whether it's to heighten a mood, emphasize a point, or add a bit of fun, your effect should have a purpose. Second, practice restraint. Too many effects can make your video look amateurish and distract from your story. Remember, sometimes less is more. Third, experiment and have fun. The world of special effects is vast and full of possibilities. So don't be afraid to try new things and push the boundaries. You never know. You might stumble upon a unique effect that becomes your signature style. Lastly, always keep your audience in mind. While you might love a certain effect, think about how it will be received by your viewers. Will it enhance their experience or distract them? So there you have it. With a bit of practice and a keen eye for detail, you can start to weave special effects into your videos, enhancing your storytelling and captivating your viewers. Special effects can add a touch of magic to your videos, but remember, less is often more. We've covered a lot of ground, so let's quickly recap. We started by getting familiar with our tools. Remember, knowing the ins and outs of your software is the first step towards mastering video editing. Then we delved into the art of storytelling. We discussed how a well-structured narrative can captivate your audience and make your video more engaging. Lastly, we explored the world of special effects. We saw how these can enhance your videos and take them from good to great. Each of these elements, understanding your tools, mastering storytelling, and using special effects, are key to becoming a proficient video editor. They work together to create a harmonious final product that not only looks good, but also tells a compelling story. So whether you're just getting started or you've been editing videos for years, always keep these tips in mind. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned pro, remember these tips to take your video editing skills to the next level. Until next time, keep creating and keep editing.